Imagine you're waking up from a nightmare. You're absolutely terrified. Your heart's pounding. You're sweating all over. It's so real. It's like you were in the situation again. You smell the smells, you smell the odors, you see the sights, you hear the sounds. It's all coming back to you. Now, imagine that that's happening over and over and over again. 10 times a day, 10 times a night, constantly, and even when you're going into a crowded space. You're hyper alert, you're fearful, you're anxious, you're withdrawn, you're depressed, and you might be suicidal. That's post-traumatic stress disorder. That's what people suffer when they're having problems with this condition. It's a terrible affliction, and there's no relenting. So we've got treatment. Yeah, there's treatment out there. Typically it's counseling and drugs, lots of drugs, anti-anxiety agents, antidepressants, sleep medications. But the unfortunate thing is they can turn you into a zombie. And they have a list of side effects that are as long as a commercial. So what can you do about this? Why is it happening to me? What's going on? Is it something that I did? Is it my fault? No. The scientific evidence shows that there is an imbalance in the chemicals in the brain. Are they hormones? Are they neurotransmitters? Actually not. They are cannabis-like molecules called the endocannabinoid system. They're what power our bodies and regulate the number of systems that are there. And it looks like phytocannabinoids are the treatment of choice for this condition without side effects, without toxicity, and without problems. Let me show you an example. Here we have brain scans that were done with World Trade Center victims with PTSD and without PTSD. So the ones on the left are the ones that are highlighting the endocannabinoid receptors that are there. And you can see they're all lit up. These are the PTSD victims of the World Trade Center. In the center are the group that were victims of the World Trade Center, but they don't have PTSD. And then on the right, you've got normal people and what's going on with them. In every one of these cases, you're seeing these vast increase in the number of endocannabinoid receptors, cannabinoid receptors that respond to our body's natural cannabinoids. At the same time, we're seeing low levels of the natural cannabinoids that we produce, that our brain produces. So we're really looking at an endocannabinoid deficiency, a difficulty that's going on within our bodies, an imbalance that's happening. So what can we do about it? What can happen with it? Well, one of the things that I've been working with for the last 3 years is helping dozens of patients with PTSD using cannabidiol from organic hemp. And I've seen some stunning results. Let me tell you one of their stories. So Specialist Jones is part of a combat crew for an aviation unit that was involved in the Iraq invasion years ago. Specialist Jones witnessed pilots, friends, and other flight crew coming back killed, injured, and maimed in that process. Specialist Jones developed PTSD and was given counseling, plenty of drugs, as you'd expect. But those drugs made things worse. They didn't make things better. So no treatment for the last 5, 10 years. And then last year, I had the opportunity to offer Specialist Jones the opportunity to try CBD in a clinical trial and see how that would work for her. Within a week, Her nightmares were gone. She was sleeping through the night. The anxiety was gone. She was calm. She was peaceful. And then 2 weeks later, she told me the rest of the story, that she'd been sexually abused at age 7, repeatedly by family members. So today, she's recovering. She's been transformed using the cannabinoid substances, changed her life without any drugs. So because of these kinds of results that I've seen repeatedly, I'm extremely passionate about what we can do with cannabidiol, with cannabis, about changing people's lives with post-traumatic stress disorder, this terrible affliction, and 100 other conditions. I've seen it time and time again. It's almost miraculous. And so that's why I want to offer to you. I want to give you the opportunity. I would like to share my knowledge and my clinical experience and share it with you, to meet your networks where you are, in person, and to share this information that I have that could change the world. If you're interested in that, contact me. Let's put you on a schedule so I can get out to talk to your people. 8 million people, 8 million Americans have PTSD. And together, we can transform their lives.